it would give my seniors the impression that I'm a reliable intern and I understand things, and it makes their job also easier. So they would refer me to the senior person, say, hey, like I would tell them that, I'd like a job here.
We are going to have an interaction with another person. She works at Disney now. Okay, and she's a young law grad. When did you graduate, Hina?
I graduated this year.
This year.
Yeah.
And I don't think like it is reasonably imaginable for people to get an in-house job in a big tech like that. I was showing people CVs yesterday of other lawyers who are working in big tech. Most of them had around 6 to 11 years of good law firm experience before they moved into such big companies, right?
Right, yeah. My colleagues, they've all had about 6 to 8 years of law firm experience to get there.
Yeah, and now they're hiring young lawyers because the need is so high.
Yeah, and in fact, they hire, experienced lawyers in the technology law sphere, especially because they want to be able to have enough faith that, these are experienced people and they will grasp those technology law concepts much faster.
So you beat that we will hire experienced candidates only, freshers don't apply. You beat that.
This is actually true for, technology law fair. They only go to technology law firms, only go to NLUs, NLSIUs, even like premier law schools.
Even there will say only people who have some idea of tech law.
Right,
they will not generally hire anyone and everyone. And they will want people with experience because they don't know any. But the problem is, why would they hire, let's say, Hina? Because they know that it is possible to learn these things and the demand is much higher than the supply. But if you were unskilled, they wouldn't hire you. But if you have skills, they will. And that is a huge difference, right? So you graduated only this year, and obviously it wasn't a walk in the park. Last year, in your final year, you had taken the course, right?
Yes.
November.
Yes. So, in December, yeah. In December, I had taken the course. I hadn't gotten a job. My placement season was already over.
You didn't get a job in that one?
Tech law firms didn't come. There were only general corporate roles, and IBC was also there, but IBC is not doing as well. The code is not reliable. Companies are not going for that option. And I wanted a job where, in a field that's ever growing. And that is technology laws. Even like our legal sphere is trying to catch up, and companies have made many developments. So I wanted to get a job in such a fast-paced and ever-evolving field where I can make my impact.
Great. Which were the places you interned at? What was your history? Did you do more internships after you joined in November?
After I joined in November, I interned at Ikigai Law, and I interned at Nishid Desai Associates, and I interned at Khaitan & Co.
And did it help when you applied कि I have done some tech law assignments? Yeah, I have some samples. कुछ इससे help हुआ?
Yes. I had tech law papers that I had written.
Articles you had written?
Yeah, and I told them, that I have a diploma in tech law that I'm pursuing, and I have done some assignments based on this. And in my cover letter, I would attach those assignments and show that, I'm really interested in it and I have some skills related to it.
You used to attach that?
Yeah, and when I would do my internships, I would often, refer to the study material on the LMS. And it helped me differentiate from other interns. I would finish my work faster because I had either attended classes earlier which were clearing concepts, and I could either consult the industry experts who were teaching the course at LawSikho. There was Rachna Shroff ma'am, who was a gaming lawyer.
Yeah, we share her name as faculty. Yeah.
Yes, and Chinmay also quite helpful, and they all were always aware of the newest industry updates, and it was very important to catch up with all of these. The concept sessions and the LMS material, often it would be so relevant that I would actually copy sections from that and send it to
your work at your job or your internship.
Right, yeah. And it was extremely, useful. It would give my seniors the impression that I'm a reliable intern and I understand things, and it makes their job also easier. So they would refer me to the senior person, say, hey, like I would tell them that, I'd like a job here. They would refer me to the partner and get me.
So you did these internships one after another, you applied, and एक बार एक CV में आ जाता है, तो it becomes easier to get the next one by showing the work, right?
Yeah.
And then you said that how did you get into tech teams? Because a lot of times firms don't let you choose, right? So you actually showed them the research and you asked for work.
Yeah, I had to introduce myself. So I showed all of my credentials of LawSikho, having done either written a law paper and my assignments in this thing, and I also topped in the LawSikho Tech Law batch. So I would say, I'm the topper currently, and I was a student of the month and all of that. And
so they gave you more projects and work to try out as an intern then.
Yes, I also participated in a quiz by some NLU. It was a technology law quiz, first time ever. So I had taken the diplomas quizzes towards the end, that is there on the LMS, and it quite helped, and I came runners up in that quiz.
Very nice.
So all of those credentials sort of added up.
How and where did you get your job?
So I was also working at Spice Route.
An associate there.
Yes.
How did you get it? How did you, on the basis of what you applied there with this track record and you were given a chance?
Yeah, and I did cold emailing. First, I attended some sessions on cold emailing and cover letter drafting at LawSikho.
Out to principal associates or law firm partners, especially from smaller firms, to build relationships with them. And by the way, she got appreciated for her cold emails, even where she received a rejection. Can I show them that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so she wrote an email to an Indus Law senior associate where she didn't say applying for internship, okay? In your email, you always have to say how you will be valuable to them. So she said, looking to add value, associate application, TMT. So she wrote all of this practice and how she'll add value. And this is the rejection letter she got, where the senior did not just say polite things. They also said, I must mention that your CV was very promising and what stood out was your cover email. The subject is brilliant and it's rare to see such specific and beautifully articulated emails. Shows the clarity you have. Feel free to reach out on LinkedIn or this email in case you need help with anything else. Right? Imagine, this is so good, right? The senior associate has offered to help. But it's unfortunate that we can't accommodate you at the moment. Usually people just give a rejection, try next time. But here the person is moved and impressed and she can stay in touch. She can network, share updates, help further in personal capacity. So tell us how you got into Spice Route though.
Yeah, so I felt like my cover letter is good enough. I got enough confidence to cold email the partner directly, and I did that. And after that followed an interview with the HR.
This is something very interesting about smaller and boutique law firms, that personally the founding partners still stay involved. It doesn't get buried, and many people think that mera mail nobody will open, that people have sent hundreds of applications, but that didn't happen for you. Why?
Because the subject of the email was that, and this was a tip in the LawSikho thing, that your subject should also be engaging enough. It should say that you are able to sell, and how will you add value to them? Why should they open your email in the first place?
And many people think that this doesn't work. Why will they open? They don't believe. But here you have, it actually worked for Hina Malhotra, and she worked in Spice Route and then moved to Disney.
Disney also, for the application, I had to complete an assignment for which I referred to again the LMS study material.
Acha, there was a practical assignment to complete.
Yes. Some contract that we had to draft.
And was it around tech? IP tech, all of that?
Yeah. Software as a subscription agreement.
SaaS agreement. ये तो सिखाया था इनको कल. Okay.
So, and with certain specifications. So I went on to the LMS, and SaaS agreements though was easy to find. And if I had any issues, I would just directly call up my faculty at LawSikho, and I would discuss कि ये clause कैसे draft होना चाहिए. They helped me with the review of the assignment also, and I gave it. And ho gaya.
And tell us something, can anybody from anywhere do it? A lot of people have this difficulty in believing that I need to know tech, I need to have certain specific kind of background, all of that before they can believe that this is possible.
No, not at all. I had entered into a competition that was around fintech law back in like my 4th year. I had just completed my 3rd year, and I did contract drafting. It took a really long time because I did not know about this diploma first, but
from the
took me
basics
about
everything was covered,
month.
right? So you can actually learn it.
Yeah. I took about a month to draft that agreement, and if you have some hang of things and even basic contract drafting,
it doesn't matter now. If you don't have, you can learn. So some people are like, I don't have, and some people are like, I am too senior, I need to learn from scratch because I've been doing like the civil and criminal work, so I need to start this from scratch.
Even if you're doing civil and criminal work, and even if you're doing general corporate work, you can obviously switch to tech law agreements, because agreements का एक simple फंडा होता है that you want to avoid conflict, you want to avoid litigation. In fact, litigation people are quite well placed to say how draft these contracts, because the main purpose of drafting contracts is avoiding.
You're correct. A litigator's eye is very sharp when it comes to problematic clause. Right, and they'll be like, no, it should say this and not that, otherwise somebody will take you to court for this problem. I want to ask the participants, do you have any questions and are you inspired? It's a young lawyer, fresher. You said right, freshers don't get any jobs, no options, everything they were saying yesterday. Today you have shown that it is not true, and you changed your situation quite late. You started in 5th year. Do you wish that you should start earlier and you could have benefited even more if you had started earlier?
If I had started in 4th year, I would have had a job by 5th year and I would have chilled in my 5th year.
And if you started even earlier?
I would have been an expert.
You might have started a firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the more time you have, you can use it to your advantage, you can break myths, and the opportunity is really big, right? Do you see in your company also, right? A company like Disney can hire whoever they want. Do you see like they always want really good talent? They might be selective, they'll reject. But they want talent which is good.
So most of my seniors and co-workers are from regional Mumbai colleges.
So it doesn't matter that you are not from NLU. This is for everybody. Yeah.
And I feel like they got a really good return on their investment. In local colleges, they charge how much fees.
Yeah, you also got good return after getting this thing. On your LawSikho course fees, you got good return. LLB course fees can be high in a private college.
It's true. But like, not just Spice Road, there was also MCM Law that reached out. That was a boutique law firm, TMT.
They also offered you a job?
No, they responded to my cold email and they were offering me an interview. But by then I had already found a job.
You had additional interviews?
Yeah, Phoenix HR called. Yeah.
So, we are super proud of you. Whatever you need, our support is there, and thank you for taking Saturday evening. It means a lot. And thank you for literally leading the revolution for lawyers, and
no worries
that anything can be achieved. We are proud of you.
Thank you. In fact, like, I'd just like to point out that, when I was pivoting to tech law or leaning towards it before in my student days, I had this dilemma if I should go for NLU's diplomas or LawSikho diploma. And when I looked at the syllabus, I actually thought that, this is more practical. This is so much more practical and it will help me in my internships. They don't look through colleges these days. They've become college agnostic, especially in tech law. So you should look at a diploma that helps you build your skills. And I feel like after paying for the diploma, the value I got, not just I couldn't just get access to the LMS for 3 years, then cover letter sessions, even placement assistance. When I hadn't found a job, I was taking placement assistance from them, and when I got interviews, I got interview help also. Then not just a study material and diploma program, but also a career coach who acts as a career coach. And even after my job, whatever support I needed, they were available always. So
great. And we are there still.
Yeah, very approachable. Yeah.
So
all you
thank
need to do is though attend your classes
attend your
and
class, do the assignment,
yeah.
pitch, please pitch. We will show you the techniques. Please apply. And really, I think you got results. You did the work, and
Yeah.
you wrote those cold emails. Right? People are so scared to write, and they're scared only because of their head. Why will someone pay attention to me? And that's it.
Yeah, it's all in your mind. Like LawSikho helps you get out of that shell and gives you confidence. Like people in my class, there were people who struggled with English also, and the course instructor was so patient to even handhold throughout the session. So
Great. Congratulations, Sina.
thank you.
Thank you so much. All the best. And people have given really amazing feedback for you. You can see on the chat. Okay, somebody asked, does age matter? Age doesn't matter. Rashmi Natikar, were all these internships remote? I don't think so. They were offline now because 2022 Indian law firms went offline. Yeah, it was offline internships, no?
Yeah. Even remote internships, what you can do is actually tell your associates that you have this diploma and you have such skills that way they'll show faith on you to give you work
and show the assignments. Show them all the assignments.
Yeah, show them assignments. Tell them how, and also I forgot to mention, it helped me build my LinkedIn also. I got topics to post on things to build my expertise. And even when you post online, that's a way to build your confidence.
Yeah, when you have knowledge, new knowledge, then you can write about it and post about it.
Right. You don't even have to worry about the traffic on the post. I mean, if you just tag LawSikho folks, they'll just like your post and engage with it, and slowly relevant traffic will start coming to you and people will start noticing.
Very good. So you write on LinkedIn now regularly? Or you used to when you wanted a job?
I used to when I wanted a job.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good. Okay, see you, Hina.